here, right? So now another person who had a similar like philosophy was Kevin Samuels, right?
Yeah.
Now I think I seen like you were talking to somebody, man, and you like expressed that you love Kevin Samuels,
Yeah. Love everything he
but
did.
you know, like you had some like disagreement
Yeah,
or
yeah.
at least one disagreement.
Let me tell you, right? And like I said, I love Kevin Samuels and what he did because he was waking a lot of people up and we needed that. But I'm my own man. So, I have my own thoughts on things. I don't like his ideology, and I'll
Okay.
tell you why. Because it's very dangerous when you say things like, and I'm quoting him, right? I might butcher the quote, but he said this. You pretty much have to buy that woman's respect in so few words. If I pay the bills, if I pay this, if I pay that, she can't say nothing to me. And my thing is this: if you have to pay for your respect, it ain't respect.
Okay.
If my woman ain't gonna bow down, if my woman ain't gonna treat me right, if she's not gonna talk to me the way I need to be talked to without the money, ain't no way I'm gonna pay her to do it, because that's all you're doing. Okay, of course, that's self-preservation. Anybody you pay for their entire lifestyle gonna do what you say. Why would you want a woman who you buying? I want a woman who me for me. And then if she with me for me, respect me, do whatever I ask her to do because she likes me for me and the man that I am, then okay, then I'll do things for her. But I'm not out here trying to buy no woman's respect, because that ain't really respect. As soon as you ain't got that money no more, she ain't respecting you no more, because she only respected the money. It's like dudes who meet a woman and they taking them on trips and they going out to eat and they doing this and they doing that, not ever realizing that that woman don't really like you. She likes the lifestyle. And as soon as the lifestyle is gone, she gets to saying, oh, I'm unhappy. She don't even realize that she don't like you. It was the lifestyle that she liked. But you introduced that so fast, you didn't even give her a chance to like you. So now you ruined the situation for her even liking you. And that's all I'm saying is, like, when it comes to Kevin Samuels, I like everything he's talking about. He's talking about personal development, get on top of your shit. But I cannot agree with a man talking about you have to be all of this to have a woman in pocket. I had women in pocket when I had nothing. But from his perspective and most of these dudes' perspective, they never had women before they was famous. They never had women before they had money. I had women before I was who I was, before I had money. So I understand you could have a woman in pocket while you living with her and it's her. You say, oh, don't move in with a woman. When you the man who you supposed to be dealing with, the woman who you supposed to be dealing with, you could live with a woman who's paying all the bills and still have the utmost respect like it's your house. But just because you can't do it don't mean it's not possible. You're not me. You're not the type of man who demands and commands that respect.
Of course, man. Um, man. So
I'm just not into paying for my respect. I don't. If a woman don't respect me because I ain't got no money, then what type of woman is that? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not. I haven't always had money. My character, my manhood, who I am as a person, to me, is more valuable than that. And when you teach your woman to value money like that, it's always a bigger baller and somebody with a bigger bag. So you really saying she going to the highest bidder. If all she respect you for is money, then why is she not gonna go to the next dude who got more money?
yeah, man, sure thing, man. Now, a big part of Kevin Samuels, I guess, philosophy was this high value man and the criteria to be one, right?
Yeah.
And he, I think, even said that if you're like, an athlete or a rapper,
Yeah.
you don't qualify as a high value man, right? Because it's more than just money, right? It's like the corporate, it's like a right. So what's your definition of a high value man?
Man, like I said it earlier, a high value man is a man who holds his word first to himself than the others, who has integrity, who has principles, whatever those principles are, but stand on those principles. Whether or not he loses out on money, on a relationship, on business, on friends, he's gonna stand on what he believes and he's gonna be able to stand alone. He takes care of his family, he takes care of his kids. That's what I feel like a high value man is, somebody with integrity. And he's saying that you have to have these other things, but to whose standards though?
Okay.
Whose standards? See, you teach your woman what to value by what you put in her face. If you putting this money in her face and saying money is king, guess what? You're training her for the man who got more money than you. But if you putting in her face, man, this money is nothing to me. This money is so little, it's insignificant. I don't talk about money with my woman at all unless we talking about what we chasing. That means nothing. I teach her character, morals, integrity, growth, having intellect, growing as a person. That's what we value in this household. And when she values that and you teach her to value that, then she values you. And the next man with more money than you doesn't have the same access because she values these things and he doesn't have those. So now it's just another goofy with money. You get what I'm saying? But when you throw this money in a woman's face, guess what? Now, anybody with money, she's free grabs because she's loyal to the money. She's not loyal to you. She's not loyal to nothing else. And there's always going to be somebody with more money than you.
Man, so if a guy, so let's just say, and he makes $40,000 a year, but he's a solid dude, a religious man, he's a good man, he keeps his word. Does he still qualify in your book as a high value man?
Well, see, I would say this also, but it's not for me to define what value is for the next man.
Fact.
He got to define that value for himself and the woman that values that in him, because there's some people who are religious, so they value that highly in a man who's religious. It's another woman who's not religious. She doesn't see value in that. We can't make a blanket statement about what value is. Value is something different to everybody. What's valuable to me was valuable to, and guess what? There's something for everybody. What some woman feels valuable, another woman won't. You know, some people like big women. That's valuable to them. Some dudes like a woman who ain't got nothing done. That's valuable to them. So I feel like people should start thinking for themselves and defining what manhood, what principles, what value is to them. Everybody wants the same thing because what social media has told them to want. Why don't you sit down with yourself and figure out what it is you actually like? That's what I'm saying.